was very helpful. I get the bartender. Barkeep, give me your finest wine.
At last we will reveal ourselves to the Jedi. At last we will have revenge.
I was gonna try to talk to you. It's Chuck Norris's water. It's a roundhouse kick of hydration.
There.
Ooh, what are we? Ooh, what is he doing? Huh?
That's better. I can actually breathe over here. I find the incense gets up my nose.
That's how I talk to myself too.
Among other things.
Like cocaine.
Osman.
Where is that? I'm just gonna wander this whole map all morning. I can just feel it. I can feel it. The entire stream. Ow. Jeez. All right. It's got to be somewhere. This is also an orange battery. Let me see what happens when I do this. I have one in my inventory. I have one in my inventory already. It's already in my inventory. Okay, that's what that does. Don't give me that, Lars. Yeah.
Nonder.
You're ruining our RP walk. I got the I have the coolest music playing right now. I'm gonna have to clip that.
Some random naked dude just runs in here like a maniac. We don't associate with it.
What was that?
I'm detecting a safe nearby. We could
Okay.
make use
Wow.
of what-
Okay. That was terrifying. Jeez. It's a dance party. Yeah, you want to know how I got this scar? This one right here. Kid hit me with a magnadoodle. It's true. True story.
Vincent! Come on, go, push!
Yeah, they'll just let us lazily float out into the river. They won't shoot at us. They're in a boat. Dang it.
To the left.
They're in a boat. They're invulnerable now. It's not like we can tell exactly where they're going downstream. I'm worried a little bit. Okay. All right. I am worried just a hair about this. Yep. Saturday, March 9th, 2024. Hello, gang. Hello, nonsters. Hello, squad. How's it going? Congratulations to Dutch, who I guess now, I think you had to have. It is still a fight between you and Lutz. Yeah, you just overtook Lutz again. How great is that? That's awesome. We go to the full scene here. Here we go. Yep. Lutz knew, or you knew Lutz wouldn't be here this early on a Saturday because it's his day off, right? He takes days off. You knew that as long as you can just keep ahead of him. But I don't know, during the week is going to be kind of hard. He goes pretty hard during the week. I love it, though. I love it. Let's see. Pirate Eggs, thank you so much for the roundhouse kick of hydration and the almost Phantom Menace. You're the almost Phantom Menace of my heart. Got it? And good morning to Red. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Omina, thank you for the lurk if you're still around. And Ams, hello. How you doing? I really thought Ams was going to try for Phantom Menace this morning. Let's see. Lutz is going to be mad. It's going to be wonderful. I love it. I never thought I'd have people fighting over me like this. I never thought it would happen. Hey, look at this. Remember, I am slow and I was stocking my supermarket. It's fine. Mrs. Nonder, Ashley, is playing both Supermarket Simulator and Gas Station Simulator right now. She's kind of into both of those. But here's what we're building today. I guess I could actually turn this the correct way. Why did I do it that way? Here it is. The 75375 Millennium Falcon MIDI scale. They've made MIDI scale Falcons in the past, and I've never been really interested in them. But for some reason this time, this one is really interesting to me. And I'm very excited to build it. I've heard that it's unnecessarily, what is the word that somebody used? Unnecessarily detailed for such a small ship. And so that's right up my alley. I love that. I love that stuff. You're going to build your Minecraft set too? Awesome. If anybody else has any Lego they're going to build during the Lego stream, I think that's awesome. But how are y'all doing? It's Saturday. That's just not coming apart. It's been a long week. Kay and I set a date to go watch Dune 2 for Saturday. And when we set it earlier in the week, I was like, oh, cool. Like, that'll be here before you know it. And it has been a long week. Just the longest. And I keep thinking, what is there to look forward to? And then I remember Dune 2, the Dunening. Dune 2, Electric Boogaloo. Where's bag number 2? Number 1, number 2. I'm going to try to get these in order. Sorry for the bag ASMR. Number 3. I have to finish my stocking first. You do. Are you knitting? Is that what you mean by stocking? Oh, no, in your store. What? Let me take a little sippy of this. Let me take a sippy of it. Stop. Okay, it's early. We were just talking about it. That is probably ADHD, I think. I don't know. The inattentive kind. That's a 9. Which is arguably the worst kind. It's not the kind that helps me hyper-focus and get things done. It's the kind that makes me look like a moron. 8, 9, 10, 11. Hey, whatever happened to predictability? The milkman. No, never mind. No, whatever happened to them saying that they were going to do those, like, paper bags? Remember there was, like, advertisements in... Yeah, I mean, we're making our packages more sustainable. I've seen this for, like, years now. And I always assumed that, like, okay, I mean, they probably have a lot of this plastic, so they need to use it. So it'll be a while before we'll get any kind of paper packaging. However, it's been a long time. Have any of you gotten a set that has any of the new paper packaging? I have not. I think about it every time I open a Lego set now. I don't think I'll miss the plastic. It's fine. You laughed out loud. All right. Ooh, the Lego Builder app. Yeah, I haven't. It's just so weird. They started advertising this, I swear, years ago now at this point. Years ago. and I don't know where it is. I kind of expected this, right? Where you'd see, here's a plastic, but some of them are paper. I kind of expected a combination of both for a little while until finally gone. They must just have a lot of this plastic, which I suppose makes sense that they don't want to just get rid of it. But I really thought that the next like big set that I would get would have the plastic or the paper in it. It just doesn't. Man, I love when they used to do miniatures in movies. They look so cool. They're very realistic looking, especially with all the details. Okay, page number 1, or step number 1, and bag number 1. That's a perfect place to start. What was I saying about Dune? Yeah, just that it's been a long week, and then I remembered like last night when Kay came into our Helldivers channel. I was like, hey, when are we? Do you want to pick me up? Do you want me to pick you up? Like, what do we do? And I was like, oh. I kind of forgot that that was already Saturday, but it felt like such a long week. I'm very excited to kind of just chill out in the theater for a little while. It's been a hot minute since I've seen a movie. It's been a hot minute since I've seen a movie with Kay too. It's been a little bit. A due date with Kay, yeah. Seems like it. Cellophane is made from cellulose, which is the same thing paper is made from. Really? Do you think then that it is just a cost-saving thing for them? And less about the environment? Oh, let me unzoom here. There we go. I hate things being askew. There we go. That's better. That's a little better. Cellophane is made from cellulose. There's got to be a different... Do you think this is cellophane or is this just plastic? I mean, I just look at this and think plastic, but there's got to be something else in that process to make paper versus the process to make cellophane wrapping. Yeah, it does. It makes logical sense when I read it like that. I'm like, oh, interesting. But I feel like there's got to be something else in that process, right? And maybe that's where the sustainability comes in. I don't know. We're already making a little circle here. Okay, I had it flipped the wrong way, but that's fine. Cellophane is compostable and biodegradable and can be obtained from biomaterials. Really? Interesting. If you were to eat that bag, you would digest all of it. Challenge accepted? I don't think I'm going to do that. But fair enough. So I wonder if it isn't just more of a cost-saving thing for them. Which, if that's the case, if it is just we want to save money, you'd think they'd roll something like that out a lot faster. But I don't know. I would like to think and hope that Lego was a decently sustainable company. Granted, this is all plastic. Plastic is horrible for the environment, but these are treasured plastics. These are the kind of plastics that nobody's going to want to get rid of. And hopefully will maintain value for quite a ways to come. Quite a ways to come. What am I saying? You ever just be talking and you realize, like, I don't know what I'm saying. No, or you just realize all of a sudden, am I talking weird? It's usually in public. When I have let myself become... Okay, I missed a step here somewhere. Oh, okay. When I've let myself become, like, show my passion in public, and then all of a sudden I get my head into my head about it, and I'm like, oh no, am I coming off really weird? Am I? Do people think I'm a giant weirdo right now? Does that ever happen to you? It happens to me a lot, more in public, less so on here. But I just had a moment like that. You're rambling. Stop rambling. Oh. Not all plastics are bad at all. Absolutely. Boom, boom. And a lot of the plastic stuff too is more about the way that it's created, right? Doesn't it take a whole lot of processing to create plastic? Maybe we should research more into plastic. Would you consider latex to be plastic? I guess not. I guess like latex, if I ever felt something latex, I would absolutely be like, no, I would call it latex. You know, it has a very distinct feel to it. Like I think probably balloons, I don't consider those just plastic, you know? There's something else going on there. Maybe in the plastic family or in an overarching what would I call it? If you told me to try to like break it down, I'd be like, I guess it's kind of like a plastic, but I don't know. Do you know where latex comes from? I don't guess I know off the top of my head. Is it just plastic? Was checking out. Yes, we're all a bit weird. It's awesome. I love it. I don't like perfect people or people who think they are. I agree with that. Trying to be kinder to myself too, you know. It comes from milking rubber trees. Wait. Wait. Well, I don't want to show that. Latex is completely natural. Just, you've never steered me wrong, Pirate Eggs, to my knowledge. It's a milky sap found in a tree's bark. The process of tapping rubber trees to extract latex is an ancient practice that dates back to indigenous societies in the Amazon basin. If you would, it's something about the term milking a rubber tree that feels fake to me. Hey, Elf. Good morning. Sorry I didn't see you. Hi. How you doing, man? Apparently we milk rubber trees. It's completely natural. Wow. Interesting. Since the 17th century, latex has been used as a term for the fluid substance in plants. It's deriving from a Latin word for liquid. Liquid? Latex? Latex rubber. Wow. Interesting. That's really interesting. Yeah, if you would have asked me to like drill down, I probably would have ended up being like, I guess latex is kind of like a plastic. You know, I would have probably made that leap. Which I'm sure a lot of other people have too. Whoa. In the plastic family, you know. That is fascinating. Adding a couple little teeth here. You learn something new every day. Milking a rubber tree. Okay. So rubber in and of itself, like the rubber baby buggy bumpers. I guess the rubber on our tires, I bet, is not the same thing as just straight rubber, right? So rubber itself is natural then, right? I mean, everything is natural. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was just kind of, it was just occurring to me that like really even the things that we manufacture, I think the term and the word natural is probably too broad. I think it's more about how do we take those natural resources and how are we processing them, right? Milking rubber trees sounds like a great innuendo. It does. I'm not sure what it is. Like, I'm not sure what the joke there is, but there's definitely something there. People see the word chemical and get scared. Yeah, absolutely. Oops, I put this on upside down. Put this here. There we go. Look, this is how big it's going to be. This is actually probably just the center. Yeah, I do tend to agree that people think natural equals better. Anything processed equals bad. I don't think that's always the case. It's the case in enough things to be concerned about, but I don't think it's the rule, you know. Okay, and these go upside down as well. H2O2, yucky, yucky, hydrogen peroxide. Drink it and die. Oof, ouchie. Yuck. Yeah, I mean, even when you break down the chemical makeup of a lot of stuff, the chemical names will make people recoil, but then they'll be like, yeah, that's just common household dish soap or something like that. One single oxygen atom different, and it's completely different. Yeah. It's fascinating. AMS is into the science, so I'm sure AMS could teach us all about chemicals too, huh? Dihydrogen monoxide is my favorite chemical. I feel like I know that one, and I'm trying to remember what it was though. Dihydrogen monoxide sounds scary. I like science, not chemistry. Fair enough. Yeah, this would be more chemistry, huh? It's a type of science.
It's Chuck Norris's water. It's a roundhouse kick of hydration.
Get that dihydrogen monoxide, son. This stuff is so good. These chemicals are gonna kill me, but it's so good. It's so good. It's just people trying to simplify things, you know? They're trying to, like, simplify, you should avoid chemicals, and they didn't specify which ones. We should probably specify which ones. Di equals 2 and mono equals 1. So two hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen. That makes sense. Fro, what's up, everybody? Hey, how's it going? Let me get you a shout out real quick. I still have this on my keyboard. I really need to make a better process for this. Am I gonna spell everything right the first time? I am. Let's go. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the raid here, Fro. Hey, Balverines, how you doing? I'm studying for a biotest and had to learn chemistry of photosynthesis, and I hated it. Is it that bad? You're welcome in, Raiders. I'm glad you're here. I know most of you probably know who I am. I'm Nonder. I try to hang out in Fro's chat whenever I can. This morning I was very tired, but I had a couple of good laughs with y'all, so always fun to join you. Playing some Baldur's Gate 3 and learning all about AoE. Sorry, Fro. I had to. The amazing boss fight, yes, yeah. It's AoE. I may or may not have clipped that moment. I'm sorry. I had to memorialize it because it felt so much like a me moment. It's totally something I would do. I will end up playing Baldur's Gate 3 on my own time, probably with a group of friends, but I don't think I'm gonna stream it. I'm not that brave. There's too much going on. It's too much like D&D. I have horrible PTSD about D&D. Horrible. Man. The people I played with were great. The game itself is just not my friend. I don't know what it is about that, but... Is it a darker one on top? It is a darker one on top. Okay. It was a good moment. I wish the game spelled it out a little better for me. See, that's my problem too, is I also would want that. I'd want the game to be a little nicer to me, and it won't. I guess because there's just so many options to do things, right? It's not going to tell you, hey, use this thing to easily defeat this boss, because it's like, what if you wanted to try to do it a different way, you know? I don't know. I was fighting the game a tiny bit in the last hour, so I'm stepping away for a night or two, then coming back fresh. That sounds like a great idea. Hey, check this out, by the way. So these little sets have these details in it. You can tell that's the holodeck. God, I thought That's the wrong franchise. That's Star Trek. The hollow table, Dejarik, right? And then that represents Chewbacca right there. That represents R2D2, and that represents C3PO. Isn't that cool? I think that's pretty cool. I don't know. You don't have to clip that. That's fine. It's a Dejarik table. I think that's the name of the game, but it's a hollow table. Okay, hollow chess. Not the first time. Oh, did I? Okay, yeah. No, I did that right. Okay. Very cool. Very cool little detail. Fun little detail. And now let's instantly hide it. Underneath. Oh, jeez. Hopefully you'll be able to like flip this thing open and see it at some point. I would think so. But yes, this is the Millennium Falcon. This is the MIDI scale, the new one that just came out a week ago. This one. Cool, huh? I think this is a great set, at least so far, from what I can see. I think this is a great one. If you don't have the space or the time or the finances to get a giant Millennium Falcon, try not to flex here, but I need better lighting on these shelves. I need to get my lighting game together. I don't know what to do. I want to light the whole thing up. I want the whole thing to glow. I want it to keep me awake at night. I want it. I gotta figure it out. But anyway, the big boy or the mini? My Falcon's on order for some reason. Yeah, did you try to get this one? You finished the R2D2. So I heard the R2D2 is a fun build and also a lot smaller than this guy. Significantly smaller. I saw him side by side and I was pretty impressed. Oh, sorry. No, this guy. Not this guy. Not that guy. He's fun too. But this guy. But man, I want that Darth Malik figure. I'm not a big minifigure collector guy. I don't really do that. But man, I kind of want the figure. I don't need another R2D2. I wouldn't display it. So there's very little reason for me to get it. Oh, it's helmet time. All right. Put on the helmet. But Darth Malik just is such a deep cut from Knights of the Old Republic. It's so nostalgic. I love it.
It's Chuck Norris.
All right, we're going in.
It's a roundhouse kick of
Hold
hydration.
On. Before we go to hyperspace, Coleman. Give it to Zeke. Not a bad idea. He's 4.5. All right, here we go, everybody. You ready? Oh, look at that. That's perfect. That's perfect. Look at this angle. All right. Locking our S-foils in. No, not attack position. Because the S-foils go in when you go to hyperspace. You can't go to hyperspace with your S-foils out. Come on. Here we go. I should get a hyperspace skipping one too, where I can just skip around. I'll just keep this safe in my room for a while, son. He does have some Lego sets like that. That is something that we currently do. Most of his Lego is here with me. These things right here, these things that look like blocks, those are storage. That's all his Lego. Now, only one of them is full. The other two, one has nothing. The other one has his planets in it. So he has room to grow. And then there's a set up in the closet. I can talk about this right now. There's a set up in my closet that is the Buzz Lightyear ship. When that movie came out, he was obsessed with it. He wants the hyperspeed. Hyperspeed is what he calls it, the hyperspeed ship. But he's a little young, right? So I managed to snatch it up before it went out of print, just because I knew that like in a couple of years I'll give that to him and let him play with it and have it. Obviously, it's his, but it's coming up pretty soon. I think it's not going to be too much longer. I'll have to help him build it, obviously. But yeah, it was pretty cool. Planets? Yeah, you haven't seen his planets? Have you not seen his planets yet? I'll have to, I'm sure there's a picture, maybe even in the Lego. That might have been from before you joined us, Ams. Yeah, we built little planets. We built a Saturn. The Saturn is his favorite. The Saturn is what I would like. The Lego Saturn is what I'd like to get tattooed somewhere on this white arm. Look how white that is. Good Lord. Somewhere I would love to get his Lego Saturn tattooed because we have a lot of fond memories around that. Can you still get them? No, we built them. It wasn't a set. We built them. Bum, 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 bum. Hyperspace skipping is not your favorite. I thought it was kind of funny. An X-Wing hyperdrive wouldn't be able to handle that. I don't know. I didn't think any hyperdrive would be able to handle that until it happened. It's incredibly unsafe. I thought it was actually kind of cool. One of my lesser favorite Star Wars films too, by the way, which is still saying a lot because there's a lot to like about it still too. Okay, I'm just making sure I'm putting everything where it's supposed to go. Okay, I think we're good. Put this here. I'm jealous I can't build without instructions. To be fair, we watched a YouTube video that showed us how to do it, but there wasn't like printed instructions. But once you get the pattern down, it's really easy. And you can expand that pattern out to make them pretty big. Our planets are about this big. About this big. You can hold them in your hand like this. I could get them maybe a little bit later. If we finish this and we have time, I can show them to you. That's what he said? I just dislike how the movie especially seems to go against how much time it takes to make hyperspace jumps. Well, to make a safe hyperspace jump, yes. That's the whole thing, is that it's very unsafe and you shouldn't do it. And we know how special the Falcon is when it comes to hyperspeed and hyperspeed calculations, you know? But I also just think at the end of the day, it was just like, hey, this would be cool. Let's do this. And they were like, cool. Yeah, that sounds awesome. That's pretty cool. It was reckless. I'll give you that much. It was very reckless. I kind of hope that like at some point they show that like Han also did that, because I feel like if anybody was gonna know the Falcon well enough to do anything that risky, it should have been Han. And maybe he did. Maybe in canon later canon we'll learn that he's the one who like modified the ship to be able to do that, you know. Maybe I just don't know how this fictional hyperspeed works. There isn't a solid science on it. That's the thing.
It's Chuck Norris.
And we've learned
water. It's a roundhouse kick of hydration.
Thank you, Ursa. I'm gonna take a drink of coffee first and then water. Good morning, Ursa. How you doing? So here's the thing, like hyperspace science is constantly changing, especially with the more that we learn. I mean, we only recently learned that you can theoretically hit things in hyperspace. We learned that from Light of the Jedi, right? So there's still a lot about it that's it's kind of a little bit more magical than it is science. In universe, there is a science to it, but they don't really tell us that much about it. There's an assumed science, but it's not like Star Trek where they really try to like explain to you how the teleporter works. And that time I did mean to say Star Trek. Yeah, we knew that from Last Jedi as well. Yeah. Well, I think in The Last Jedi, I just assumed the way that worked was because they were at the very beginning of the hyperspace jump, like right as it's jumping to hyperspace, and she hit them at just the right, she was the right distance away. hit them at just the right time. That normally you wouldn't normally slice through things when you're in hyperspeed, because hyperspeed's almost like a different it's like you're traveling in a wormhole, right? It's a different type of space. Nice pick for the build. Thank you, Ursa. I'm actually very happy right now with how everything's working. I redid the setup a little bit yesterday, and I'm glad that it's all kind of working. Very happy about that. I changed the standing desk. This is now the standing desk back to the main station, so I'll be able to do a little bit of standing next week. I might even make a channel point redeem for like the Move Arch. Minecraft next week, guys. Minecraft next week. Minecraft is coming. I can feel it. I made it. The signal on The signal on job site is bad. Well, I'm so glad you're here either way. Creepers. I hate creepers so much. All right. Everything's good here. And then we're just going to put you right there. There we go. I can see a man with exquisite taste right here. Scott, well, thank you. Thank you. This is a weird extra piece. That's a weird one. Where did we miss? I missed something. This is a weird piece to have extra. I did get the bottom of that. Aha! I did not put one underneath here. Right there. There we go. Haha, I knew it. I have a sense for these things. Afternoon. Yeah, morning for me. Good afternoon or evening for some of you. We gotta have a better like greeting than that. But it is very early here. You're back. What's up, Lars? You're having lunch beforehand? That's fine. Boom, 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 boom. What else do y'all have planned for the weekend? I know for some of you, your weekend is only like one more day. But for us, it's just starting. What do we need here? This thing's so wiggly. There's pads that came with this that I have somewhere that you can put in the sides to tighten up the helmet. But when I put the pads in, the helmet's too tight. So I either go too loose or too tight. So I think I think loose is the way to go. It's funnier that way. I guess my head is just oddly shaped. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Don't roll away. There you go. You had a very late evening playing games. What are you playing right now? I played some games last night myself too. I didn't stay up too late though, thankfully. I could have easily, but I called myself off and I was like, I gotta cut myself off, and I gotta go to bed so that I can be here semi-awake for this morning. I've never been a late night. Scott, I was so hoping you'd say that because that's what I was playing last night too. Completely drawn in. There's just something about like when somebody says that now, I almost automatically assume it's Helldivers. Absolutely hooked as well. It's so much fun. It's challenging. It's rewarding. It's so much fun to play with people. Yeah, it's pretty great. Had a Caesar salad. I love a good Caesar salad. Mrs. Nonder's a big fan of Caesar salads as well. If she has a choice, she usually goes Caesar. As an Xbox main, I'm furious that it made me buy it on my overpowered spreadsheet machine, but I actually have fallen in love with the game. That's great. Yeah, I wish it had been if this thing had been a multi-platform game and not owned by Sony. Can you imagine? Can you imagine what would happen? It's pretty wild. I mean, it was already pretty much a breakout hit But if the Xboxers would be able to join us, it'd be even better. We're building the midi-scale Millennium Falcon that just came out a few days ago, or a week or so ago. This one. Ba-bum. I don't know why I did ba-bum. I do that a lot. I do the whole like da-da and stuff like that. And now my kid's picked up on it. And he'll be like, look at this. Ba-bum. Man, kids really make you see yourself in a different light. It's pretty funny. Hey, look above. I've unleashed the sticker rant to make up for your gag order last week. I'm looking. Did I miss it? You can sticker rant it when you want to. Bless you. MRSA, old school quarter. Thank you so much. You heard it here, folks, guys. You heard it here, folks, guys. Here's the problem. Hang on. Does this set have 0 stickers? Hold on, I'm looking for where these little printed pieces are. Does this really have no stickers? No. Did I drop them? Usually the sticker book is like with the instructions, right? What have I done? Now there's gonna be a whole different rant, a whole different sticker rant that I can't find them. Now I can rant about that other set. Oh yeah, let me tell you a little something about that. So like the stickers, right? On these more expensive sets. But then I buy a little $20 set for my kid. And it has like 3 to 4 printed pieces, no stickers. Granted, it's for children. It's for 7-year-olds, 6 and 7. But like, what's the deal? You know, why do they get the no sticker sets? I don't see a sticker pack anywhere. This is gonna get interesting. Let's see what happens. But I appreciate the ability to rant as much as I want on stickers. I'm not a fan, in case you can't tell. Girl is 14, boy is 15. Makes up for all the others. The stickerless hunk of junk in the galaxy. I don't have a sticker. I'm a little bit worried because I feel like there's a couple pieces on here that I would assume have stickers, but we'll see when we get there. I'm pretty sure this is supposed to be Han and Leia. Han and Leia right here with C-3PO barging in when he's very aggressively making the moves on Princess Leia. Seen that? You can even see the aggression in it now, you know? She was not into that, at least not at first. It's a weird scene to rewatch. It's like, ooh, okay, I mean, all right. We're just gonna cover it up too. Look, that's weird. Now we're just gonna cover it up completely. That's weird. My mom would never let me have my boyfriend overnight in the same room / bed before I was 18. That's probably a good rule though, right? I mean, I'm not a prude, but it's like, you know, I'm not gonna make it easy on you. I'm not gonna anyway. Yeah. Wait, this isn't equaling up to. Oh. I was supposed to put this down here. Okay, I got it. I'm C-3PO, human cyborg relations. Relations. Depending on how you say that, you know. Same, but my siblings, she was more lenient. My younger brother. Love that, right? Like, I think I'm going to let my kid date. Maybe, probably in his late teens, right? But also, like, yeah, you're not going to have, there's not going to be a girl or whatever you end up being into, spending the night. or being in your room with the door closed, that kind of stuff, you know. But